Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to Sheiky's here back with another video. This time it is BTS Comforting Word to Cheer You Up by Bunny Swag. We're gonna be checking this out. Sometimes we all need a little bit of encouragement. Sometimes we all need to hear, those those words that just kind of calms us down a little bit and makes us feel like, all right, things aren't the end of the world, and we can look forward and look in a more brighter and positive way. So we're gonna be checking this out, and I know that BTS, they're so inspirational. I love what they do, and they have the right to talk because they have seen so much through their journey, right? So let's rock. Thank you, Bunny Swag. Swag.
그냥 해야 됩니다. 그냥 생각 없이 그냥 하세요. 아무 생각 없이 그냥 하던 거를 그냥 계속 하는 거예요. 그러면 어느 순간 이렇게 되어 있어요. 이거는 정말 맞습니다. 슬럼프 극복을 위해서 뭔가를 막 이렇게 방법들이 있는 것 마냥 사람들은 이야기하는데 없어요. 그냥 하는 게 극복 방법입니다. 늘지 않는다고 좌절할 필요도 없고 어느 순간 늘어나 있을 겁니다. 저도 그랬어요.
Wow. I love their mindsets. What a way to look at it. Just keep going. And don't compare yourself with other people's pace. Like, just, do what's right for you. Some people may have incredible aspirations and you just want to do something that, that suits you. You shouldn't feel some type of way because you're not having the same type of energy or the same goals as somebody else. You should just, as long as you focus on yourself and what makes you happy, I think that's important.
You don't want to study. Study. If you study by letting, by others, then you don't want to study. Like, I was the same, definitely. But if you have some typical, specific, field that you want to jump in, by yourself, then I'm sure that you will be craving to study.
Alright, so that is one of the most important parts here, right? So I made a mistake in my school years. I picked a path which I necessarily don't actually want to do. So yes, I have graduated, but I didn't like it and it wasn't my thing. Do I regret it? Yes, I would have rather choose or picked something that I wanted to do. I think what got to me was pressure from family, from the people around me, and it kind of made me feel like, okay, so I also have to do something. I also gotta do this. But honestly, it was some of the most toughest times for me. But what he's saying is, don't do things because of others, but do things because of yourself, for yourself.
힘든 일이 있어도 좌절해 있지 말고 내가 할 수 있는 거 내에서 할 수 있는 걸 생각하면서 해결책을 찾자. 막 후회한다고 해서 내 잘못을 되뇌인다고 해서 좋을 거 하나도 없다. 지나간 건 지나간 거. 그렇게 생각할 수 있는 그릇이 큰 사람이 되자.
모두들 잘 지내고
I love that too by Jungkook. So basically the past is the past. You shouldn't be too hung up on the past. Things happen. Whatever I said a minute ago, I can't change already. It is what it is. But what you can change is now and what you do, from this point forward. So how are you going to act? How are you going to, if there's something that you don't like, something that you wanted to do differently, well, you can put that into practice from now on, Now, this part is also very beautiful.
그릇이 큰 사람이 되자.
모두들 잘 지내고 계셨으면 좋겠지만 만약 조금이라도 괜찮지 않다면 저희가 온 마음을 다해 위로해드리고 싶습니다. 윤기 형이 섬 속에 갇힌 것 같다고 이야기했지만 그래도 절대 포기하시지는 않았으면 좋겠습니다. 여기 한국이라는 나라 그리고 서울이라는 도시에 나를 이해해주는 누군가가 있다는 점을 꼭 기억해 주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
Goosebumps.
우리 모두
Goosebumps.
각자 다른 환경에 살고 있고 다른 상황에 처해 있지만 적어도 이 순간만큼은 우리 다 같이 괜찮다라고 서로 위로해 주었으면 좋겠습니다.
Just goosebumps. That was straight from the heart. Okay, so I'll do the narration since there's no audio here. Let's see. That's when I realized, unless you open up and share your feelings, no one can understand what you're going through. So I told myself not to hold back like I used to, and struggled to keep my troubles to myself.
제가 해드리고 싶.
Of course, wishing Tay a quick and healthy recovery. And what he's saying is true. If you just keep it in, it's hard for people to dive into that. It's always if you have someone to share things with, it's great, honestly.
싶은 말은 남이 힘든 일이 있다고 해서 자기가 힘든 일이 안 힘든 게 되는 게 아니잖아요. 그러니까 언제든지 힘들면 남들한테도 나 힘이 들다, 나 좀 많이 봐주고 위로해줘라라고 언제든지 꼭 얘기해주시고요.
머릿속이 새하얗게 변해서 더 이상 앞으로 나가기
I'm gonna come back to
어려워지기도
that one.
하고요. 작업을 하면서 수없이 겪는 일입니다. 그럴 때 그래도 딱 한 번만 더 라는 생각이 저를 일으켜 세울 때가 많습니다. 나 자신을 한번 믿어보는 거죠. 완벽하지 않아도 처음보단 두 번째, 두 번째보단 세 번째 더 나아지는 것을 보며 주저앉지 않기를 잘했다고 생각하게 됩니다.
근데 이제 어쨌든
Wow, these guys are actually amazing. This is making me feel better. What Jin said, first of all, before we get to J-Hope's part, what Jin said is that just because, you feel like the people around you are going through something worse or something that doesn't make your worries or difficulties any less of an importance. Sometimes people feel like, oh, this person's going through that, I shouldn't talk about myself because, mine is nothing in comparison. But if it's affecting you, it's affecting you, and there's no changing that. If it's affecting you, it's something that is constantly on you, like a pressure on you or like a lift on you. So you should definitely not feel like you shouldn't have a voice during those times, but like Jin says, talk about it. If you're having a tough time, let it out. And then you have J-Hope instilling that don't give up. Just one more time. Even if the first try isn't good, the second will be better than the first. The third will be better than the second. So hope.
사람이라는 게
Have hope.
서로 존중하고 이해하고 이 배려 그런 게 있어야 이 사람이 이 사람과 통하고 가까워질 수 있고 하나가 될 수 있다.
남들의 기준에 꼭 맞출 필요 없는 것
That's
같아요.
so true. If everybody was considerate, imagine what a world we would be in. That is.
남들의 기준에 꼭 맞출 필요 없는 것 같아요. 막 너무 항상 보면 꿈을 가져라라는 말도 많이 하고 뭐 그러는데
Dream big.
굳이 뭐 다들 그렇게 막 되게 치열하게
Yeah?
살 필요는 없는 것 같고 치열하게 살지 않는 것 같아도 치열하게 사는 분들이 있거든요. 뭐 어떤 식으로든. 그래서 막 너는 좀 치열하게 살아야 돼. 너는 막 꿈이 없어. 그런 말 들으면서 너무 그런 말 들으시는 분들이 있다면 너무 기죽지 마시고 뭐 그게 진리가 아니에요. 그 말 하는 사람도 자기가 뭘 하고 싶은지 아니면 뭘 하고 있는지 정확히 모를 가능성이 굉장히 높습니다. 그래서 자기 믿고 열심히 건강하고 행복하게 저처럼 여러분들도 여러분들의 또 그런 것들을 찾으시면서 또 학교 생활이든 뭐 직장 생활이든 뭐든 열심히 하셨으면 좋겠습니다.
부정타라고 하는 소리가 아니에요.
I'm glad he mentions, like keep working hard. Pursuing your happiness is always something that I advocate for, but also when you do it, just don't do it recklessly. Make sure that you know that you know everything. Always do your research and make sure you plan things out and not just it's like all right, I'm gonna jump into an ocean. If you're not prepared, you know, things can get really wrong. So, but if you're prepared,
예요. 그냥 만약에 정말 만약에 결과가 좋지 않더라도 사실상 그렇게 막 낙담을 할 필요는 없어요. 막 세상이 무너질 것 같겠지만 자기가 원하는 결과가 아니면 무너질 것 같겠지만
it does.
그러지 않습니다. 삶은 그러지 않아요. 넘어져도 일어나는 게 중요한 거죠.
근데 느끼는 것들이 굉장히 많았던
But
것
you get back
같아요.
up.
뭔가 나 자신을 사랑한다는 게 스스로한테 질문을 많이 던지고 저에 대해서 좀 더 알아가는 게 저를 사랑하는 거에 대한 뭔가 시작 같은 건 것 같아요. 저한테 질문을 많이 던지고 또 어떻게 하면 제가 더 행복해질 수 있는지에 대해서 고민을 많이 하면서 긍정적으로 많이 바뀐 것 같아요.
지금 졸업을
That's
앞두고 앞으로
amazing.
무엇을 해야 할지 뭐 잘 보이지 않아 힘든 분들이 있다면 한번 여러분의 진심에 기대어 보세요. 지금은 조금 힘들어도 그 끝자락 어딘가엔 기회와 행운이 기다리고 있지 않을까요? 저는 그렇게 믿고 있습니다.
그리고 이렇게 행복을 느낄 수 있는 건
That's a very interesting one as well. Luck and opportunity, meaning that even though the circumstances are the way they are right now, there may be some opportunities for you to either learn something new about yourself or grow as a person, or you know, there's so like don't give up.
어제도 말했지만 진짜 공식 같은 부분이죠. 다음이 여러분들. 다음이 여러분들이 있었기에 지금 이 자리에 설 수 있었던 것 같아요. 네. 진짜 너무너무 감사드리고 근데 아미와 함께라면 그 목표도 이룰 수 있을 것 같아요. 진짜. 네. 정말 감사드리고 사랑합니다.
자기가 스스로
Beautifully
꿈을
said.
만들어야지 뭔가 주위의 강요에 의해서 그 꿈을 못 만들게 되면은 참 마음이 아픈 것 같아요.
At this kind of stage,
Wisdom.
it is no one's fault. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's not our fault. It's not anyone's fault. And we're the people, and we're the humans. We're just doing our best. We're just doing what we can do. And, you know, we have those 6-7 years. You know, we've been to America, we've been to Asia, we've been to everywhere, and we saw our faces, we felt our energy, we charged each other's batteries, we literally did all those kinds of things. And I believe in those years and the time, you know, the belief and the energy that we built together will never betray us. So, I'm happy, and I hope you could smile and feel the same and vibe that we're doing right now, like together. I hope you're happy and stay safe. Thank you very much. I love you.
That was just absolutely beautiful. These guys are just so sweet, and the way they talk, you know, they're grounded, they're down to earth, they're so well mannered.
제가 작년 신년 인사 때 저희 팬 여러분들한테 꿈이 없어도 행복하면 됩니다라는 말을 한 적이 있는데 항은 꿈을 꾸는 법을 가르쳐 준 적도 없지만 항상 경쟁을 위도
말 이런 걸 보면은 끊임없이 노력하는 사람이 잘 된다 이런 말이 있잖아요. 저는 애초에 실력에 만족한 적도 없고 그렇기 때문에 저는 계속해서 꾸준히 노력을 해야 된다고.
아주 고생한 자신의
Speaking a little bit here about Jin's sequence, what Suga said was also really, really true. What Jin said right here, I've never been satisfied with my talent. And so he's continuously working because he's living by that mentality of, you know, if I don't give up, I will reach that success by hard work. And you've seen all the extra hours he puts in just so that he's feeling like, all right, now I'm happy with my performance. Now he, you know, even if the whole world tells him, you know, you've done amazing, I think for him to truly, truly get it is for himself to also feel that. And so he's putting in these hours and he's doing that, showcases that mentality, like, work hard and don't give up and you will see results.
내게 한마디. 그래, 진아. 너는 정말 수고를 많이 했고 앞으로도 수고를 굉장히 많이 할 테지만 너의 수고 내가 알고 있으니까 너의 수고는 너 자신만 알면 돼. 그래, 앞으로도 화이팅.
예를 들면 꽃이 이렇게 두 개가 있으면은 이 꽃이 있고 이 꽃이 있고 둘 다 아름다운데 이 꽃만 아름답다고 할 수 없듯이 이 부분의 화양연화에 저의 좋은 점, 즐거운 점이 있었다면, 밝은 점이 있었다면 이 꽃만의 또 새로운 매력이 있다고 생각해요. 그래서 저는 무섭지만 그래도 저에게 또 다른 화양연화가 찾아오지 않을까라는 생각.
걱정이야, 뭐 누구든지.
That's actually very deep if you think about it. Two flowers, if I have one flower that is all the good, fun, and bright things, you'll have another one with all the other different charms of yours.
있을 수 있죠. 뭐 굉장히 큰 걱정이 있을 수도 있고 작은 걱정이 있을 수도 있고 그때야 불행할 수 있겠지만 그 다음 순간으로 지나가는 행복함을 또 느끼잖아요.
그리고 뭐
와우.
유버스 같은 거 봐도 이제 되게 슬픈 일들 그냥 뭐 저희한테 슬픔을 주시려고 그런 목적이 아니라 이게 슬픔 뭐 나누면 반이 되잖아요. 그래서 그런 어떤 슬픈 사연, 뭐 본인이 어떤 일이 있었고 최근에 뭐 어떤 게 슬프고 이런 게 뭐 그렇다라는 그것들을 봤을 때 우리가 느끼는 그런 감정들, 그러니까 우리가 지금 공연장에 서서 우리와 이 사람이 되게 신나는 노래로 같이 교감하고 있을지언정 우리가 늘 좋은 상태로 그게 그렇게 하는 건 아니잖아요. 그 순간이 그럴지라도. 그래서 네가 지었던 그 표정이 아니었구나 라는 깨달음에서 되게 시작을 했고, 웃는 게 아니야 라는 뭐 그 옛날 노래처럼 스스로에게 하는 얘기이기도 하고, 근데 저의 입장에서는 저는 그냥 여러분들이 해주시는 되게 각자의 아픔들, 쏟아진 아픔들이죠. 그래서 쏟아진 아픔들이 이걸 내가 다 어떻게 안을 수 있을까, 다 안을 수는 있을까, 감히, 아니면 뭐 들을 수는 있을까, 내가 이 개개인들의 아픔을 과연 나라는 이 한낱 작은 인간이 이게 위로한다고 가당키나 한 일인가에 대한 스스로에 대한 의문이고 고백이고.
Like I said, such deep thinking right there. The fact that he's seeing it as not as the fans making them sad, but the fans letting it out and gaining the courage. I'm proud of you people. It takes courage to be able to show your vulnerability, to show your wounds and be like, this is my pain, or this is what I'm struggling with. That takes a lot of courage. So for those of you, don't feel like you have to keep it in. If there's anything that you want to talk about or let it out, you can always do that. I don't allow any bad comments. If I've seen a couple, and I always just remove those. But you should never feel like you have to keep anything in. So anyone who's wanting to talk about anything in the comment section, or just like on Weavers, wherever your place is where you let things out, I just want to say that you're strong for doing so. It takes courage. It's not easy to kind of talk about what's bothering you on the inside. It's easy to kind of mask it, but it's really hard to just let it all out. So strong.
색깔의 뜻이 뭔지 아세요?
보라색이요.
빨주노초 파란보의 보라색이 마지막 색깔이잖아요. 제 보라색은 상대방을 믿고 서로 오랫동안 사랑하자라는 의미인데요. 네, 제가 방금 지었어요.
That's amazing.
깜빡 포
맞아요.
네.
자연스러웠어요.
나 진짜인 줄 알았어.
잘했어요.
멤버도 속이다니.
네, 이게 근데 저는 그때처럼 영원히 오랫동안 함께 이렇게 볼 수 있었으면 좋겠습니다.
뭐 그럼에도 항상
The origins of what I have, a word which is probably the most used word when it comes to BTS and ARMY. And what a word, what a meaning that has, the effect it had on people. and how much people kind of relate to it. Beautiful.
새롭게 배워 나가는 게 있더라고요. 그래서 뭐 그럼에도 항상 새롭게 배워 나가는 게 있더라고요. 그래서 지금의 저는 나를 믿고 멤버들을 믿고 세상을 믿으면서 지금 이 자리에 멤버들과 함께 서 있습니다. 그러니까 여러분들도 앞으로 여러분들을 위해서 한 걸음씩 나아가고 끊임없이 달려가셨으면 좋겠습니다.
아니요,
Don't
포기하지
stop.
마세요.
Don't give up.
본인의 확고한 꿈이 있다면 포기하지 마세요.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this mess.
Oh, it was a mess.
It's a mess.
Anyways, I hope I'll see you in the next video.
It was absolutely.
I love you.
It was great. It was absolutely great. Thank you, Bunny Swag, because I want to talk about some things here real quick. What I find so great about this is the fact that BTS, they don't just portray a positive only type thing. They're not just kind of brushing off negativity and pretending that they don't exist. You know, they talk about both the moon and the sun, the light and the dark. You know, they talk about the shadow and everything else that's there as well, because we can have those happy moments, but a lot of people also have a lot of downs, and it would be hard to relate if they didn't do this. But that's what I love about them. They're not shying away from that. You know, they're telling you that, you know, things are going to be tough. You know, things, you know, life can just really drag you down. But even during those things, you know, how do you navigate? How do you move forward? And they're giving you words, and they're giving you hope and inspiration to just not give up, and, you know, show more yourselves. Let out your pain and share it with someone. You know, the things that these guys are promoting here, it's absolutely beautiful. They're all just, you know, just such pure and beautiful souls to be able to have this kind of thinking and giving out these messages of, you know, for examples, you know, if, you know, it's okay to celebrate small milestones in your life, like we heard from the GQ interview, like reaching a goal or success. Success can be something that you've completed. Anything today that you've done is a success, so you can, you know, find a little bit of joy in that. If you have dreams that you want to pursue, you can pursue them, but pursue them because it's something that you want to do, not because it's been influenced by others. And they're talking about all these different things, like, you know, especially during the pandemic. You know, you're not alone. Don't give up. Find an opportunity. Make the best of the situation. Don't be hung up on the past. Find a way to, if there's something that you didn't like, you know, what can you do now? What can you do in the future? It's all just so much inspiration. And it's hard to find a group like this. Like, how are they all so wonderful, you know? But they've definitely comforted me in so many different ways, not just through their words and their actions and their personalities, but also through their laughs and just everything that these guys do. They have so many different ways of cheering you up, and, you know, I will never take that for granted. I won't take you guys for granted either. So I hope you're all doing wonderfully well. Take good care of yourselves, and remember, you know, love yourself, speak yourself, all that. Bye bye.